Okay, Jamie, we're going to beat the weather here, and we're going to feature this. And speaking of weather, this is kind of an all-weather vehicle. So, Nathan, what did you bring for us today?
Brought a Subaru Forester. It's probably our mid-size SUV. It's not going to be as large as some of them out there. Same class as, say, your Ford Fiestas, RAV4s, Honda CR-Vs, but our car tends to stand out a little bit more. So.
And this one's kind of special. You were telling me you've added some things to this one, but yeah, tell the viewers a little bit about it first.
All right, so on this particular vehicle, we've added what we call our off-road package. We beefed up the tires a little bit, so if you want to cut through the mud, it can handle it. Now, that being said, I did have a customer just a few weeks ago bring in pictures. He said, it's like, I got to show you this. They went duck hunting out in the swamp, right? They got their full-size pickup stuck, so he calls his wife to come out there in her brand new Forester that she had only owned for a couple of months with a tow rope. Drove across the same muddy roads, the same swamp, the same just hazardous conditions, hooked up the tow rope, and then pulled out their full-size truck. So
now those truck guys, they don't want to hear that, but hey, it's a fact. It's a fact, you know. So now also there were some things about this one that kind of set it apart engine-wise and engine bay-wise.
Correct. We'll let Richard open this up for us. Subaru loves their stars, so this is how you get it open. You just pop underneath there. Now, our engine's a little different than everybody else's. This one has a 2.5-liter 170 horsepower engine, but it's called a flat 4. So you have 4 cylinders, but the pistons go side to side instead of up and down, in line, or in a V. Now what this does is it sets that engine lower and further back in the engine compartment. It gives you a better center of gravity when you're going around corners. It also increases your sight line out of the front of the vehicle. Now, they used a lot of logic and common sense when they designed this engine bay. If you look over here to the right, your oil filter's right on top. So if you like to do your own maintenance, that's easy to get to. Your battery's right up front, easy to get to. Your lights, you can actually put your hands on every single light bulb back or fixture back here. So if you need to do your own maintenance, you can do that. Your air filter is right here, fed from the front and on top. Now that might not sound like much, but I had a gentleman come in with a off-road vehicle that had a snorkel on it. He was talking about how he put the snorkel not to go through lakes and rivers, but because they had their air intake for their engine fed from the wheel well. That's where you're kicking up all your dust and dirt and debris, so he put a snorkel on it just so he could get clean air. Our alternator's on top, so if you're going through those muddy conditions, you're not getting that wet and shorting that out. So, and it's a chain-driven engine, so you're not having to replace a timing belt every 100,000 miles.
That makes a lot of sense. And who else did you bring over here? Richard, we were talking in the break about the safety features on these Subarus, and they definitely are a notch above.
Yes, they absolutely are. One thing I'd like to show you here on this back door, we've got a bar here that goes all the way through the door, and it locks into the frame. So in order for this door to move into the passenger compartment, you'd actually have to break the frame on the car in an impact.
Wow. So that's a side impact feature.
Yes, and it has side curtain airbags. Basically, the passenger compartment, it works like a cage around you. So the car is going to crumple, but the passenger compartment is going to stay safe.
That is a nice feature. And he was talking about all the leg room. I know Nathan was like 6'5", and he had the seat all the way back and was able to then go into the back seat and fit. Now that's incredible. Look at that, Jamie. I mean, you don't see that every day in a vehicle. And you said this one included the package. This one also included the roof rack for hauling your gear.
You can get up to 150 pounds of gear on there. It comes with a net to hold it in. You know, it gives you a little more space on the inside if you're going somewhere.
That's awesome. Well, this is a good-looking vehicle, and so tell the viewers where they need to go to find these vehicles and to talk about buying one from you.
Absolutely. Come down to Landers McClarty Subaru in Huntsville. My name is Richard. I'll be glad to help you out. Send you home in one today.
There you go. And Nathan, you like these so much. This is your daily vehicle. You drive one.
It's actually how I got the job. I've owned 7 Subarus, bought 5 before I ever started working for Frank. I would go to the lot, be walking the lot. Customers would think I was a salesperson, start asking me about my car, and then they eventually offered me a job. So.
That's awesome. Well, guys, thank you so much for bringing this vehicle. It's a good-looking vehicle. It's a popular vehicle. You know, everybody's talking about Jeeps and trucks and all that. This vehicle is it's different, and you like it. It's unique. So, well, Jamie, stay tuned. You don't know what we're going to have next, but I can't wait to see what they bring next. So, y'all have a good day.